Yeah, they hate when you elevate. The second of losses, I'm handing them out, yeah, I had to go delegate. It feel like I'm floating, I'm lost in the moment, I swear I could levitate.
So really all the hard work's done now. That was my final session with Nath, pro striking, and I got one kind of technical sparring session on Saturday. Got a PT with my jiu-jitsu coach tomorrow, a bit of S&C tonight. But generally the hard work is done now. Now it's just about making weight, getting the mind ready. Although I feel ready to go now. Just, last fly out on Monday. It's just Thursday today. So yeah, it's a little bit hard these last couple of weeks. So like cutting the calories to make weight can be difficult, but it's part of the process. Unfortunately, you can't hide from it. Everybody cuts weight, especially at the high level. So you have to do it.
Good. Good. Pivot. Good. Up. Good. Careful. Back up. Good. Hey, yeah, good. Double kick, let's go. Single. Double. Single. Double. Rest. Yes, good kick.
So the last week, everything's going to taper off a little bit. Tim loses quite a lot of weight for my liking, especially if you hang around with David Lavelle for long enough and you believe in the walk around at fight weight. So he's probably, lacking a little bit of energy in terms of, his output's going to have to be lower because he's on a big calorie deficit. But to be fair, I think because he's lost a couple of kilos in the last week, he's flying. He's so sharp at the minute. Contrary to the fight before, where he fought Saul and he fought Chris, where he was basically a cripple, he's actually firing on full cylinders now. If you know Tim, I say, what scale are you on a 1 to Tim? Tim's basically completely handicapped and 1's been really good. So for the most part of this camp, because he's had a spine surgery, he's actually been really good. And we've been able to do a bit more than I'd have done previously with him because he's been able to. So going into last week, we're just keeping him sharp, keeping him ticking over, giving everything, the sequences that we expect to happen in the fight, keeping them fresh in his mind, so that when we get into the change room on fight night, we know exactly what we're going to do. Tim knows exactly what he's going to do. And then when he walks into the cage, he's going to have that level of familiarity. I always like to get my athletes to feel like they've fought their fighter before already. So when Tim walks in there, there's nothing that Mike Hamill's going to do to him that he hasn't felt like he's seen or felt in the gym already. So he's very well prepared. Psychologically, physically, everything's bang on.
In Nathan's sessions, I let him take the lead. If he chooses, he will talk to me and be like, have you had heavy sessions today, heavy sessions this week? So he kind of monitors that, asks me how I'm feeling. So first thing he asks me when I walk in, how you feeling, Tim, how's the body? Which is smart really, he's a smart coach. But I let him take the lead. So for instance, on Tuesday we did a session and it was 50 minutes technical, and then he dropped on me, right, we're going to do 2 5-minute rounds of conditioning, just heavy conditioning, pushing me, low kicks, hard pads, caught me off guard. And then today's been like a moderate session all the way through, bit of technical, bit of hard pads. So I let him take the lead, but essentially all the work's done now. It's just fine tuning everything. So, I'm always training all year round, so I never have to get fit as such. It's more just prepare for an opponent.
Yeah, so I'm terrified of flying. I'm absolutely petrified of it. So we've got to do a 1 hour to Dublin on a propeller plane, I'm presuming, like what we did to go to Dublin, which is terrifying in itself. And then we've got to do 8.5 hours to Chicago. So that obviously has an impact on Tim because he's got to do water loading, which means he has to drink so many litres of water each day. I think he's got to start off on about 7 litres. So trying to do that whilst you're flying is probably not going to be the most fun for him. And he's obviously watching his calories, watching his salt intake. Little fact for you, someone that worked on the planes told me that they spray the food with extra salt that you get on the plane to make it taste better, because apparently when you get to above a certain altitude, your taste buds change. So Tim can't eat any food on the plane. He's probably going to have to be starving for an entire day, which ain't fun for him. Me and Tom Corey will probably be eating everything. I'm sure Lammy will as well, enjoying our food. And then obviously once we get there and land, you've got to kind of like shake out maybe that extra bit of fluid that you retain in the flight. So if you're flying for that amount of time, he might be holding on to a few kilos extra water. So as soon as we land, we're probably going to have to do some sort of workout just to get Tim sweating again. So I don't like travelling. If I had my dream as a coach, I'd just be in the gym all the time. I don't actually like going abroad in particular. But yeah, you got to do it. It's part of the game. And once you're there, it's fantastic. You have a good time. Once you're in the hotel, everything like that, it's all good. You settle in, deal with the jet lag. Yeah, it is what it is.
I have a really good team around me, and my physio, he works with a lot of world-class golfers who like train all around the world and stuff. So he's advised me to use this app to basically help me shift into the next time zone. And you start doing it a couple of days before, and these golfers, I won't name them, but they're like world class. They earn millions of pounds, so they do everything they can to get every little 1% they can to help them. So if he's telling me this is going to help me adjust, then it adjusts. But you know, it's this side of the States, so it's only 6 hours behind. So, but I'm just really excited to make my debut. We fly out Monday, cut the last bit of weight, go to work on Friday. Can't wait.